Hey, we're Jess
and Erin.
Just two normal moms and saved women who love Jesus, deep conversations, and a good laugh.
On Well Within Her, we talk about the hard, the holy, and the hilarious parts of being a woman in today's world.
This is just your space to exhale, to stop striving and start living aligned with the truth.
Because the truth is, when Christ is within her, she already has everything she needs.
We're so glad you're here. Hit subscribe and come hang out with us every week. Welcome to the Well Within Her podcast.
Dun, dun,
this is our
dun.
final episode of season 1.
I know.
And it's fitting that it's a Christmas.
It's Merry
one.
Christmas!
So we're still in the Christmas studio. We've had so much fun recording, figuring out what to talk about, talking to people about what they think about the podcast.
It's been great.
Hearing positive feedback and also constructive criticism in some stances,
Absolutely.
which has been nice.
Absolutely. Or rebuttals.
Rebuttals. Our husbands, your husband especially, wants to film his own podcast called
The Rebuttal.
The Rebuttal. He is a devoted listener.
He is, and I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
But he does. It was more so he wants to, in response to the hunting. He doesn't want to rebuttal everything.
Right.
It was in response to the hunting one specifically. And I was like, no, this is my perspective. You don't.
He actually said that he never thought of it in the way that you described it, that it was could be a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
And I think that was actually a great thing for your marriage.
I absolutely agree.
I absolutely agree. For him to hear you uninterrupted say your feelings on it so that he could understand, like, it's not just, I'm annoyed. There's might be something else happening.
Exactly.
I'm sad in some way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because we have found out over we've been doing this since September. I mean, we've been planning for it since the summer, which we actually just talked about in the previous episode, but we've been recording since September. And it's interesting with how many men, actually, a fair amount of men listen to this, which we love. That was never we never thought we were going to be on just kind of this women's only island, but we love how many men actually are listening to it. And a lot of the feedback we've gotten is like, I've never thought about that situation from a women's perspective. So we are actually teaching, and my husband's one of them. He's one of those. He was like, it was interesting, when we talked about the body image thing, when you were talking about your pregnancy, he was like, I wish that was some of the things you talked to me about at that time. Right. And I didn't. And so he's gotten to learn. He's like, I'm learning your brain better. Yeah. And he's not the only man who has said that. Several other of our friend spouses have said the same thing, that we listen. It's a very good, interesting point of view that I think everybody is actually getting out of more than I think we initially thought when we first started doing this. And I am so I was actually thinking about it today. I was getting ready. I was like, holy crap, we've done a full season of this.
We have.
And
14 episodes.
Pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
Pretty darn cool. What has come out of it, I think what we're planning for the future is really nice. And it's been really fun. I'm very excited about it.
Yes. Yeah. Mark just asked before you got here, he was like, so are you guys still enjoying this? Is it what you hoped it would be? And I was like, it really is, because I felt like for me, I was missing this outlet of sharing about my faith and just giving this, I really feel like what I think is a solid perspective on situations. Not to say I think about everything perfectly, but from an area of where I feel like I can reflect and say if I've messed up.
Sure. Absolutely.
Or I can reflect and say I'm not doing well in this area. And I think that being able to share that, and also the vulnerability we've both shared over this season, has, I think, just been freeing for me personally to talk about that kind of stuff. And then also hopefully for some of the listeners to be like, okay, so it's fine that I'm not all together right now. Right. And also to bring that perspective in of okay, we're not supposed to have it all together. Right. And that doesn't mean anything about who you are as a person. So I feel like it's given me a lot. And I'm really excited that people are still listening. I get messages randomly from some people that I'm like, you listen? That's so cool.
That's awesome. I know. Same thing. I got a response from one of the reels not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and it's a friend of mine from college. And he made a comment about the Rottweiler comment. I was like, oh, you listen?
Yeah.
Totally not some of the, and it may have only been the reel, but still engaged with him, a little bit. So it's been really awesome to just see how God has worked through this and how it's working, how he's working through like you and I through this, how it's working through our families, how it's working in our community. So no, I'm super happy and grateful that we've had just the opportunity to do this and excited to see what season 2 may bring.
Right. Dun, dun, dun. And I had a friend from high school message me on Instagram like 2 weeks ago, and he's a guy. He was like, hey, like your clips pop up in my feed. Like listening to you is like really funny. Like love what you guys are doing. But he works in marketing.
Yes.
And he was like, can I give you some unsolicited advice about what could help your podcast make it to a more diverse demographic? And I was like, please.
Yes, please.
You're literally a professional in
we
marketing.
Would love that. Yes.
I would love to hear your feedback.
Yes.
So I am putting into place some of the things he mentioned about just like sharing longer clips so people don't have to commit to the whole 60-minute episode to hear that one funny part.
Right.
Which makes sense. It's just like I never thought of it. I was always like,
we thought shorter was better.
Yeah, people just want a 20-second thing.
Just a little thing, but
honestly,
not.
I was like, shorter is better.
Yeah.
And he's like, I really feel like longer is going to be
what's gonna bring us in.
I'll do it. Yeah,
absolutely. No, I love that. So we are planning for season 2. We will announce more dates when we are launching for season 2. It will be in 2026. Because as you can see, it is the Christmas season. We want to be something that we're practicing what our preaching to is that we're going to be present with our family. And not that we aren't loving this, but we want to make sure that we're devoting what we can to our families and those things and also to this too. And so we will be back in a couple of weeks. But for our last, show of this first season, we really felt compelled because I think this is something that probably hits all of us. And I'm going to put it in the context of a mom, but we can flip to dads here in a second too. But specifically the holiday season to the tired mom at Christmas.
Yes.
Because it's all of us. She tired.
And how we don't have to be as exhausted as we are, and how it is important to think about what is actually important to you and your family versus thinking, what do I have to do? I think that's something I honestly do think I'm really good at protecting my boundaries.
You are. You're very good at it. You're very good at it.
I'm not bothering myself with that, nor do I understand why people do. And there's a lot of those situations. So we're going to kind of touch on some topics of like the things that we're thinking of. And at the same time, I just talked last time about my Christmas tree thing, that there's probably people cringing thinking about getting your own Christmas tree and the needles that fall off of it.
I'm one of those.
Right.
I'm one of those
people.
So
we all have our different things. So none of this is coming from a judgment perspective.
No.
If I don't understand, it's because I just genuinely don't understand. I don't find joy in that topic of Christmas.
Absolutely. And that's there's going to be 2 disclaimers to this episode.
Oh, yeah.
One of which is that this episode is not to shame anyone in your holiday thoughts, traditions, things. If it brings you joy, sis, do it. If that is truly what brings you joy. Now, if it's to the point that you think it brings you joy, but it's actually exhaustion, that's what we're going to talk about. But we are not shaming anyone as to if it's important to you and it loves you and you love it and it brings you and your family joy, girl, do it. The second disclaimer that's going to be on this episode, if you listen to this podcast typically openly, freely with your children around, this is not the time to listen to this podcast because things are going to be talked about in regards to Christmas that we don't want to. I don't want to be the person, the magic ruiner.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about some things.
F-bombs.
No, we're just going to talk about some things.
You just don't. You might not. Your kid might not want to.
Your kid. I don't want to ruin the magic of Christmas for them.
Right.
I don't want to. I don't want that hate comment coming from me. So you have heard it for your disclaimer.
Did you hear what she said on that
Heard the
podcast?
disclaimer. No shame. Put your earbuds in.
Yes. Yeah.
There are those 2 things. Okay. So we're going to start with, I read this to Jess last week. I found this on, I don't even know who this is from. It was on my Instagram page, and I literally took a screenshot of it because I was like, ooh, I need to feel this. And this is actually kind of what spurred us wanting to talk about this for this last episode. It says, enjoy this holiday season, Mama, because there's a future version of you who would give anything to come back to this one, this exact holiday. With the glitter and the giggles, the messy wrapping paper and magic in their eyes, with your body just as it is, and your babies just as they are. She'd trade anything to hear that belly laugh again, to see their face light up at the first snow, to stay up late wrapping one more gift, to feel tired but needed. So slow down. Say yes to one more story by the tree. Let them help decorate, even if it's crooked. Get in the blurry photo. Let the dishes wait. Let the moment be enough. Because the version of you years from now, she's already missing this.
My gosh. I'm not openly weeping, but like inside, you're just like, wow. I love when you just get smacked in the face with perspective.
Yes.
Because, you know, even I can put myself like in the shoes of my mom. Like my
Yeah.
mom probably really would love to see me at 5 at Christmas again. It was
Right?
It was magical.
It is. It truly is.
Yeah.
And
my daughter literally just broke an ornament this morning. And
yes,
was just like, that was my favorite Paw Patrol character. I'm like, you don't have a favorite, but okay.
Okay.
I'll hot glue it. It's missing its neck, but
we'll
I'll try.
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
It's that chaos, but at the same time, like I know we're gonna want that.
Absolutely. You're going to want that time back. And that's something we're going to talk about today, of talking about how Christmas is a beautiful season, and it is a season. And I love that it's a season, but we as moms, I'm guilty of it, put so much pressure on ourselves to be the magic makers, to be all of the things, when truthfully, our kids just want us. Yes, they want the stuff, they want the presents, whatever. But like, if you really take that lens out, they just want us. Mm-hmm. And it's more so us creating, we think we have to do X, Y, Z, put all the pressure to be the magic, when just be with your family, and that alone is really what they want. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about resting, peace, and presence, like presence as in presence, not presence, and not perfection. Mm-hmm. And that, I think, is so important about this idea of perfection. Because like you said in this last episode, you probably made a core memory for your kids this today. Right. And how perfect was it, with the tree sticking out the window, with the chainsaw going, the cat trying to, but that honestly was probably a core memory.
Right. And it was chaotic and crazy, but what I get really sad about is thinking about somebody like freaking out in that moment and yelling.
Oh yeah.
Or like yelling at their kid for dropping the Paw Patrol ornament.
Absolutely.
When it's like, it's just a thing. Like
right. It's
really not worth your sanity to
right.
yell over something like that. And so thinking too that core memory of the tree situation is a positive, funny one, because there was no yelling at one another. When Joe didn't cut enough off the first 2 times, it's not like I like made fun of him or yelled at him that he had to do it a 3rd time. It was just like, this is what we got to do.
Right.
And so I hope, just maybe perspective shifts can happen this year where, you're just not putting the pressure on yourself to have things go perfect.
So there's a couple different scriptures that we're going to pull from that we want to talk about, and just the overall things of like, we want this to be a peaceful present time with your families, because you could get lost in the pursuit of perfection. Proverbs 17:10. Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. Now, I'm not saying our houses are going to be peaceful.
Right.
I don't know anybody's who's, I don't like on any given day, my house is peaceful, let alone during the holidays. But it's talking about that peace and quiet and stillness. Let's say that active listening, that active stillness we even talked about in the last episode, as compared to stress, chaos inducing.
Right. Like stop striving for what you've seen an influencer tell you
you have to do.
I think just the season for me, it's like, stop striving. Like, just give it.
Yes.
Who really cares about some of this stuff? Again, no judgments if you do, but some of the stuff I'm just like, for me personally, the matching pajamas, you guys.
It's a bench post for her.
I can't do the matching pajamas. One, because I personally, as an adult, don't need a new set every year.
No, not at all.
I see that my kids will outgrow them, but like my daughter wears the ones that my son outgrew last year.
Exactly.
And he doesn't get a matching new bigger set to match her.
No.
He gets a different, like they have a Christmas jammies.
Right.
I love that for them.
Sure.
I don't need
to
match
curated,
my children to take the picture in the morning with my makeup on in front of the tree. I just don't. I don't like spending money that way.
No.
I would rather save that money and buy something I really want, which is not pajamas that I wear once a year.
Correct.
And honestly, the vibe it puts out into the world it honestly bothers me too.
I know.
If I'm being serious about, like, I just feel like it forces other people to think this is happiness.
Yes.
And to me, like, that does not look like happiness to me at all.
No.
Your kid does not care that they match you.
They don't care. Uh-huh.
And I sometimes wonder so much of, is some stuff for your kids or is it for you to feel like you measure up to whoever or whatever it is that you're trying to measure up to?
Agreed. And I'm going to tell you right now, your husband doesn't freaking care about matching jammies.
No.
I'm going to be willing to bet, I'm going to say most of the listening husbands here, don't give me, because I know my husband, do not give me another pair of pajama pants that he never wears.
Yes.
That my husband being as tall as he is, I have to get like custom pajama pants.
I was gonna say, you'd have to like sew two together.
It's just not, it's not worth the effort. And if it brings you joy, okay. But is it really worth?
It feels, and maybe it's not, but to me it feels showy. Especially if you like,
we do
if
we have the hair, like if we have what you and I look like right now, all, hair done, makeup on, all of that. Listen, I'm going to tell you, Christmas morning, I don't look like this.
No.
I don't care to. And I don't.
I think if you do, I mean, I question, what does it show your kids?
Right.
What's
the priority?
That happiness is, or that mom has to put her makeup on before she'll open presents with us.
Right, because we can't get a picture without.
That mom won't do this. I think it does subtly teach your kids something about what they should do or how they should look. Mm-hmm. And I think I put a lot of things through the lens of like, what do my kids pick up from this? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how I choose to parent, is like wondering like, is this modeling something I want my kids to think about, or is it not? Because I don't want my daughter to ever think that she can't take a photo without makeup on.
Right.
Or I don't want her to think that it's bad that my top pajama doesn't match my bottom pajama,
Or I wore them last year. I can't wear them again.
Right. Push this narrative of current, we need to match.
We need to match. We need to make sure it's perfect. We need to make sure I would love, and we have talked about this repeatedly this season, it's the vulnerability and the real. If you want to please post on Instagram, and this might be a new thing of like hashtag make it real. Give me the chaos of Christmas morning where I get a kid screaming because he's mad about something.
He has to wait to open a present.
He has to wait to open a present.
Yeah.
I have a family member that's late to my house. My cinnamon rolls are burnt.
My dad is saying inappropriate comments.
Exactly. Like, let's show me a picture of that.
Right.
And I will probably like it way more. And that's our culture. And that's what we're basically asking people, is to starting to like really kind of protect that of like, please don't be perfect. Stop trying to be. Because the only person who's ever been on this planet that has walked this planet as perfect is Jesus. And that's the other thing that we're going to get back to also too, is that the focus of this season isn't about the perfection. It's about Jesus. It is about that he was born, that he came to this earth. And sometimes we get so busy that we forget in the simplicity of the first Christmas, and that it was calm. God chose a quiet, humble beginning. And then you don't have to produce this grand production to celebrate him. And that's Luke 2:10-11. It says, do not be afraid. A Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. And it just is that bringing it back, that the love that God showed us does not need to be this big, elaborate, perfect production for us to show and celebrate the true reason we're celebrating the season of Jesus. And that's super important.
What's your favorite memory from Christmas growing up? You can only pick one.
Oh, gosh. Do I have an age range?
Nope. Just from prior to 18 and under.
So I'm going to give you a fun fact. I was not going to cry today. Growing up prior to... I have a gap in Christmases in my brain. Growing up, my biological father was not present for a lot. And I remember from I have a very small snippet of from when I was 3 Christmas. And then I have a really big gap until I'm about probably 9, 10. When my stepdad came into our life and when my parents got married. And my mom did a phenomenal job in those years. This is not to discredit anything from my mom. It just, the trauma of what those years were and whatever. It's interesting. I actually have a favorite tradition that I have that's has been steadfast of what my mama always did. So growing up, we had distinct wrapping paper. So when she was growing up, my mom was one of 5 siblings. So every one of the siblings had a distinct color, and it was tissue paper. So it wasn't wrapping paper. And so my mom kept that tradition for us. And so I have a sister, and so it was either red or green. The issue was, okay, disclaimer, once we knew that Santa was not real and that mom was Santa, she would openly, hey, I'm wrapping presents. My mom... And I could ask her right now, she can never remember whose color was whose from the year before. So some years I'm green, some years I was red. And so we always had to she would start wrapping and she would say to us, whose are colors, whose? And we're like, Mom, I don't know.
This is your thing, Mom.
This is your thing. And it's so funny because growing up, my mom would put us on 2 sides of our Christmas tree. I would be on one side, my sister would be on the other side. And that was the side of the tree that I always decorated to. So we had decorated the tree together. It got divided. I was the right side. Morgan's was the left side. And so my gifts were always on the right side of the tree. Morgan's was always on the left side of the tree. But our wrapping paper, we never knew what color we were because she could never remember. So then she just ended up making the executive decision.
Yeah.
And we would be that way. What's funny now is I have carried that tradition on to my kids don't have the same color wrapping paper every year or my family, but we do it by families. So If it's for my sister's family, that whole family gets the same color wrapping paper. And same thing, like if my in-law family, then that family gets the same color. And like my boys have one color, my, each of them has a different color. So it's fun that like that tradition's kind of been carried down. But still to this day, my mom she's like, I never could remember who was red or green. So it could it could change every year. What about you?
My favorite memory from growing up is, I don't know if we were decorating the tree at the time or like my mom was obsessed with cranberry and popcorn things where you would you didn't do cranberry and popcorn on your tree?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. So my mom was obsessed with you would pop popcorn and then you'd get cranberries, like real cranberries, not dried craisins.
So like
and you'd put it on a needle, and you would put it through the cranberry, you'd thread popcorn through, and you made this decoration.
Okay.
And you decorated all around the whole tree with it. No, that wasn't a thing.
No.
So she has permanent ones now. Like they started selling
like a plastic version
one, so she doesn't have to do it anymore. But I remember we always had to do that growing up. So we might have been doing that at the time. But honestly, it's the Trisha Yearwood Christmas album playing. So the Trisha Yearwood, so 94 it came out. So I would have been 6. But my mom had it for whenever she got it. I might have been older when we got this, but it wasn't his child, which I absolutely love that song now. Take a Walk Through Bethlehem is a really, really good one. And Sweet Little Jesus Boy. It wasn't his child. So there's a couple of them that are really about Jesus and the reason for the season, as they say.
Yeah.
And so I can remember listening to that album while we did something Christmassy, and that's like my favorite memory. So I often play those songs.
Awesome.
And my husband's always like, are you playing Trisha Yearwood again? I'm like, I need our daughter to listen to this while we're doing something.
I need her to understand.
Because this was my memory with like my mom.
Yeah.
So I just love that album, and it brings back good nostalgia for me. I don't think every Christmas was always sunshine and rainbows by any means. But like I just only have positive things associated with that. So I do enjoy that album.
I love that.
I think that oftentimes you do forget the actual reason we celebrate Christmas and the actual reason we do all of these traditions and things is that it's not about us. And if we humble ourselves, we can remember that. I think a lot of the things that annoy me are things that make it about us because it's stressful for me to think about doing all those things. And so I think that it's a good reminder that it's not just Santa.
No.
Like those are fun, magical things, but we're not reminding your kids why we have the tree, why we put all this effort into the time to celebrate being saved.
So much of the annoyance of things of Christmas are like of the world telling us we have to do as compared to what we really should be doing and valuing. What is one tradition or one thing that you either wish you could not do anymore that you've done for your family, like in Christmas, or one that you basically, like in hindsight, is there a tradition that you feel like you wish you had never started with your family, or one that you carried from your family to yours that you're super happy you do?
I have one that we did stop this year. So
what's that?
It didn't bring me joy. The Advent calendar thing.
Oh, yes.
Honestly, it stressed me out. We did it. We tried it a couple years. We bought the pre-made one that was like a Disney princess one and a Pokemon one. And we just got a bunch of little crap that got lost really easily and stuff we didn't need.
Yeah.
And spent $40 each on this thing. And I didn't like it. So I tried last year to do, like I bought at Michael's a tree for each kid that had like a little box.
Yeah.
And then each little box was so little, I couldn't even fit like a Hershey Kiss in it.
You couldn't fit anything in it. Yeah.
And so then it just got annoying. And I my husband and I talked about it. I was like, I didn't grow up with this. We didn't have advent calendars, at least none that I remember. I think he did.
Okay.
Which he was the one that was like, let's do the advent calendar. And I told him, like, I don't like this. It stresses me out. And I forgot a bunch of times last year to like put in the little note of like where they could go find their special thing. And he was like, all right, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
So we nixed it.
Yeah.
I luckily made the return window last year with those Michael's Christmas trees because I was like, this was a waste of $25. So we got our money back, and we're just not doing it because it's not something that brings me happiness, and the way we did it did not point back to Jesus. And so I didn't think it was like a super important part of celebrating Christmas.
Yeah. So this is going to be probably hit some people in the feels.
Yours?
Yes. I wish we never started the elf. I hate the elf.
Yeah.
Hate it with a fiery, burning passion.
Why did you start it?
Because I felt like I needed to.
Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
So
that peer pressure.
We got
everyone else is doing it.
I didn't purchase the elf. It somehow got gifted to us from a family member. And then I was like,
a grandparent that was like, this will be cute.
This will be great. So rewind a little bit. I'll let everybody know. Our elf in our family, I have 2 sons, right? His name is Booger. My children wanted to name him Fart, but I said no. So I have Booger. I hate the elf. Because I hate all of the crap that is associated with it. I hate I have to move him every freaking day. I hate that I have to remember to move him every freaking day. I have an alarm in my phone that is move the damn elf every night. I hate that there are things that he can have accessories and that somebody's elf down the street has pajamas and a whatever. And it's like, it's this whole
consumerism, Erin. It's consumerism.
And I do my kid this thing, and why I continue to do it is because my kids love it.
Okay.
They are so excited. Booger is to return tomorrow. They've been talking about Booger for weeks of when he's coming back. They do enjoy him.
Is the premise of it like everyone else's where Booger's watching them be good?
Yes. Okay. Booger is watching them to be good. He brings them little things when he comes. He brings them a gift when he comes. He brings them a gift when he leaves.
Oh, jeez.
Their Christmas and I still don't do a lot. And I know there are a lot of people who go, this is their like above and beyond, love their elf. Good for you. This is no shame. I hate the elf.
Yeah.
I hate it. And it makes me angry. It makes me bitter. I'm annoyed. And we only move him. We don't do the scenes. We don't do the extra stuff. We don't do and there's days I forget to move him. We almost got busted last year because we forgot to move him. And our oldest is typically the first one up. And my husband had to throw him somewhere. It was a whole thing. We almost got busted last year. And I'm just like, is it joy giving? No, but it's joy giving to my kids. I secretly am planning. I might write a note. Booger might write a note this year.
That he has to go to another family.
We might be all done because the other thing about it, and this is what I hadn't told you yet, I can't find Booger right now. I don't know where Booger is. He's not in the bin he normally is at Christmas.
Oh, well, maybe this is your chance. Booger left. Kids, I guess you can't say, can you find Booger?
Can you find Booger? Because they don't know that he's there. I can't find him right now. Thank God. One of our good friends, she's like, I carry an extra one just in case. Because if I can't find one, I have a bonus one. I went and picked him up today because I can't find Booger. Yeah. And it just...
I knew the elf was not my cup of tea from the second it came out.
And I applaud you. I applaud...
I will forget every night.
Yes.
There's no part of my brain that remembers that kind of detail.
No.
Nor does it care to.
And we have a couple of our friends who don't do the elf, and I applaud all of you.
So I think what happens then is your kids get to a certain age. Mm-hmm. They're like, where's my elf? Why don't we have an elf? So many kids have elves. There's an elf at preschool. There's an elf at school.
There's elves everywhere.
And I have told them it's because you two behave well. And Santa didn't think that he had to send a special elf to watch you in your house when you guys already listen really well.
Yes.
He needs some elves to go to the other kids who can't listen.
And that's probably what's going to happen to Booger this year.
So, yeah.
We're close.
That is such a... any new parent, I just want to be like, hold your ground.
Don't
hold
do
your
it.
ground. Unless you genuinely love coming up with these things, which again, I don't have a brain that genuinely loves that, so I don't get it. But I never gave in on that because
I applaud you.
Just sounded like a pain in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded like a way to get caught early.
Yes.
On Christmas.
Yes.
And I don't want to be the main reason
the magic
that
ruiner.
My kids find out.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the culprit. And if something went wrong, I would be, and I would feel bad about it. So really, I'm just saving myself.
You are. And I again, it is something if I could go back, I would never have started the elf.
I get that kids love it.
And they do. And that's the only reason why I continue to do it. But the marketing is genius. The person who came up with the elf.
My kids love the elf movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
Is that related?
Yes. Like the little elf, like the not.
Yeah.
Yes, like the red, like white. I don't know. I think the white hat, red outfit.
Yeah, well, there's elf, and there's one with a Saint Bernard.
Yes, it's its pet.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, my kids love watching that movie.
Yes, it's its pet. You can buy that pet. That's a plushie pet.
Accessory?
It's an accessory that can
of course
stay.
It is.
That can stay all year round.
Oh my word!
It's a whole thing. So
money.
Again, the person who thought of it, you are a genius.
You're a billionaire.
You are a billionaire. But let the elf go.
I feel like I mostly just hear parents complain about it.
Yes.
And so because of that, like, or somebody will share something, like there's like Facebook groups about
all the things the elves do. Yes, there's like full set. You can now buy kits for your elf to have it toasting a wiener over a make-believe fire and having it pooping out Hershey Kisses into, like, it's a whole thing. We don't do that. We've never done that.
Yeah.
We just move him. And honestly, I need to start probably taking pictures of where I've moved him to and just repeat it every year because I sort of think of this in the realm of cards. So I don't know if I've ever told you about my thoughts on cards. Like birthday cards?
Like birthday cards.
No, please, because my husband has a very unique perspective, but go ahead.
I don't want anyone to buy me a card.
They are
$8 a piece for a card. And I would love if you just folded a piece of printer paper in half and wrote happy birthday and something nice on the inside about, like, I had fun with you this year doing blah, blah, blah.
This is the card I'm going to give you for your birthday.
Please. I will die laughing and I'll love it. And give me the $8. Don't buy me the card. Put that towards my gift.
Put that towards your gift. I understand.
Drives me nuts. Can't stand cards. I have people in my life that love cards, so I do buy them sometimes because that's a love language they have.
Yeah.
But for me, it's way more meaningful if it's just like a handwritten note. Mm-hmm. I gave you some pictures.
You did. And I got a handwritten note.
And it was like a piece of paper folded in half.
And it's hung up.
And it was taped with like Scotch tape. That's my thoughts towards cards. So my thought on the elf stuff is like, why would I spend money on that when my kids would love way more if I put that budget money towards their like overall
gift?
Yeah. They don't know that, but
no, they don't know that. Speaking of cards, so I actually love to give cards. I started when Bray and I first started dating. I would give him cards. I'm also a sentimental card person. I expect you to keep the darn card.
Oh no.
And I would get mad. He would throw them away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he was like, well, I read it. Great. And so I stopped because he was like, well, he is the similar camp of you. He was like, why would you waste your money on a $5 card?
I love what you have to say, but put it on a piece of paper.
Yeah. Put it on a note.
Me and Brandon we're vibing on this.
Vibing on it. Absolutely.
I have given Joe many a piece of paper cards folded, like a note from like high school that you would fold and give to your crush. And that's like how I give him his birthday card.
Stop.
And he does keep those.
So
and they're very nice. I have nice things to say.
yes.
I am very sentimental as well. I'd rather just be written with not Hallmark taken out of the
Hallmark.
picture.
So I actually started something for Brandon because of his hatred for cards. And actually our kids love it and he really likes it too. So he has a notebook. I think it has like a B. It's like a small one. And in it every year, that's when we write to him for his birthday, for Father's Day. I trace the kids' hands in it and like we write special notes and he gets that every year.
Oh, that's cute.
So
I
that
love
he
that.
has that then going for years on
Oh,
end.
I
And
love that.
I'll ask the boys questions like, hey, what makes dad? So it's like Father's
It's just
Day, his
like
birthday,
dad's
Christmas,
notebook.
like dad's notebook. And like I'll ask the
That's
boys
cool.
questions and I write like how old the boys are, all of that. So like then he'll have that for the long
I like
run.
that.
So I do that once I figured out that he's not keeping my card, but he actually really
notebook.
likes that. He keeps the notebook. Yeah, for sure.
No, I would definitely be down for
that. Yes. Yeah. He keeps the notebook. So,
and again, don't get me wrong. I love getting mail. Like I like sending a card to somebody. Like
Yeah.
I have a best friend. She sends a card, the one that sends cards and is like right on time.
She's a great
but
card
it's
giver.
not a fancy card. It's like a little card and she writes something nice in it. And it's not like the extravagant $8 card.
You're not getting that.
It's like she got a pack of 50 blank cards for like $5.
That's fair.
And so
I can support that.
There's certain times in which I do support card giving.
Mm-hmm. Very selective about her card giving.
It's so funny. I have like tiny things that bother me. People are probably like, geez, Jess, you're so cheap. You won't even buy your husband a card.
Well, knowing Joe, he wouldn't want it either.
I know.
That's how Brandon is. He was like, don't bother. Because he's the same way. He was like, put the $5 towards my gift, not my card.
Again, some people will be like, well, I find bargains on cards. Okay, that's different.
That's different.
But it's not my love language to give or get cards.
And there are some people. So Brandon's aunt is a phenomenal card giver. She like sends cards to like, she remembers all of the kids' birthdays, all of our anniversaries. Like she is a great card sender and I love them, but I'm not, I wish I was better at it, but I understand. I understand the viewpoint.
So that's my view on the elf stuff is that it's just a way for me to have to spend more money on stuff that like I would love to put that towards the kids' real gifts that they're actually going to like.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Again,
So
I don't mean to, no shame. If
it's
you love
no
the elf,
shame. If you do it,
you do you.
Great. We could talk about Christmas cards, but I don't want to get you all feisty.
So Christmas cards are funny. We should talk about them. That is a thing that some people probably love and some people probably hate. My husband loves sending Christmas cards. That is not me.
Really?
No, that's Joe.
I did not know that.
I like that. I like it after the fact. I'm like, oh, it is a nice card. Like that's a nice picture of us as a family. Like,
yeah.
I do like that I've sent it, but I don't like the having. He wants to do it, and then I do all the work.
Whoa.
Of picking the card and like.
I told you I don't like the envelopes.
And you're licking all the envelopes.
I refuse.
And I think it comes back a lot to like I just put my money different places.
Mm-hmm.
And to send Christmas cards, it's at least $300 because it's like not 300.
I was gonna say, I'm like, where are you buying Christmas cards
it's
from?
150 cards that we send, so postage per.
Holy crap! Could you maybe tailor down your Christmas card list?
We just kind of go off of our wedding list.
I think you could probably tailor that down a little bit.
I have a spreadsheet that has been updated ever since we got married, with everyone's address. And
150
150
cards?
people I know. Well, I know I had to go make friends around here. So now I have more cards I gotta send. So
that's a lot. I'm sorry. That's a lot of cards.
It is. So like, okay, even say it's 100. That's more reasonable.
Okay.
So what's postage per forever
like
stamp?
57. I think it's probably more than that.
So if it's 50 cents a card or 50 cents a thing for 100. That's $50 on stamps.
Postage rate. It's like 70 some cents.
Right. Like how much does a forever stamp cost right now? It's probably like, so that's
78 cents.
So that's $78
Wow.
on stamps.
On a stamp.
To send. That's not even the card that you purchase. So then you have to buy the cards with the envelopes, and if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right.
Right.
So I'm gonna get a nice one. That's the other issue.
That's the other issue.
Is that like I have these things, but then I also I would want it to look nice if I did it.
Yeah.
So then I have to buy the one that's from Minted.
You don't have to. That's on you.
That's just, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. You know, Brian's don't quit. And
I think that's an unrealistic expectation you're putting on yourself.
Then it's like $100 for those cards. So that's like 178 just on cards and the postage.
I think so this is maybe why we're friends. There's lots of reasons why we're friends. I think I can teach you on better ways of sending Christmas cards that's not going to put you in debt. That sounds terrible.
So I love getting Christmas cards. Like I like when people send them to me. I will say, okay, so maybe I have, so I don't like how much an $8 card costs, but I would love if you sent me a family Christmas card. I do enjoy those.
Which I do.
I save them. Actually, I have a plan for them.
Oh.
In the future for all my friends that send them every year.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I love Christmas cards. I normally send about 100 a year.
See, 100.
Like it's like more like 75 because I have to get like a 50. I have to get a 50 pack and then like a 25, and I typically have like maybe a couple like leftovers. But I love them. Like every Christmas card that I get sent actually gets taped on my big picture window in our living room or in our kitchen, and I tape them up there. My husband hates it because he can't look out the backwoods to look for deer. Whatever. I also keep them up till like February because I just love looking at them. I love Christmas cards.
I've never been here when the fire alarm's gone off.
I've never have either.
So you love Christmas cards?
I love Christmas cards, but I do them a lot cheaper than what you're describing. So
maybe show me your ways. I don't know.
Show you the ways of Sam's Club.
But I will say, like the push, if you ever get one, it's because Joe was like,
Joe
this is
wants
the year.
it.
Like I want to send. We were doing them every other year.
Yeah.
And so we would be due this year, but we have our plumbing stuff.
I was like,
so
you would be due this year because you didn't.
We're not spending money on cards when we have to fix
even
plumbing.
like the picture ones, like just the picture. Nope. Okay.
Nope. I gave out some family photos or some nice photos.
You did
to some people. And
you did.
I printed them on Shutterfly.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't get me. You got me started. I don't think this makes me cynical or anything. I think it just makes me set in my ways.
A little bit.
Yeah. And I hope that somebody who agrees with me is like, okay, I'm justified in this.
I think, again, like we've been talking about, it's basically, does it bring you joy and can you support the rationale behind it? If you like, again, I think we could find some cheaper options for you. I don't think we need to go to like probably the most expensive Christmas card company.
So pretty though.
They're beautiful, but we can find cheaper options. But again, if it causes stress, if it causes duress, like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. And if you're waiting for the perfect picture to put on the perfect Christmas card to whatever, don't do it.
Do you have a family member that always sends theirs first, or a friend?
Oh yeah.
Like, do you get do you get first?
Shelly Corlos. I love you dearly. She was my babysitter growing up.
Oh wow.
So she lived on the same street as us for like whatever. Morgan and I were in her wedding when I was in college, my freshman year of college. She lives in Arizona. I'm actually shocked. I probably will get it tomorrow. She is like December 1st, guaranteed. She is always my first Christmas card. Always. And I'm like, how do you do this? How do you get them out? Like, she is December 1st, if not a little bit before, depending on where Thanksgiving falls. I will be shocked if it is not in my mailbox tomorrow.
Joe's cousin is always the first, her family, and we got it it was last Monday.
Oh my gosh.
We got it on November 17th. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think it's part of the fun for her
is to see how early she
being
can
the
get them.
first. Because we've never gotten anyone else's card first, I swear.
No.
She's like always on top of it.
No.
She must order them in like September or something. And
that's crazy. So as you guys come into this holiday season, we really just want to talk about just be Christmas, having it being the season of peace given, peace promised, and peace lived. And just that you were just in the calm and to just be present with your family. And again, if it brings you joy, great. But if it doesn't, it's okay. You don't have to do it.
Remembering, it's so cheesy, but remembering the reason for the season.
Yes. Yes.
And just taking the pressure off yourself to create this like insanely magical time, because like your kids are going to have 1-2 solid memories maybe of like traditions you guys do, and maybe it will be the elf and you'll be so happy you did it.
Not likely, but it could happen. He's kind of a joy sucker in my opinion, but maybe not. Please let us know if that's not the case.
So,
but I'm still not betting on that.
I just
protect your peace.
Protect your peace. Yeah. Bring that calmness, and only feel like you have to bake cookies if you like it.
If you want
like
to.
You don't have to make
You don't
everything.
have to do it all.
Yeah.
You don't have to all. Yes. So this Christmas, may you trade perfection for presence and pressure for peace. Sit with your kids, breathe in the quiet moments, and remember, Emmanuel, God is with us. So tell me something good. Do you want me to go? Because I have one. My husband got a deer. Woohoo! Praise Jesus. We got a buck and he'll be home.
And rifle's over.
Hunting season is over.
Are you only allowed one buck?
Yes.
Unless you like buy extra or something.
No, I think you can only have one. Again, I think you can only have one buck, no matter if it's archery or rifle, but then you could have multiple doe tags depending on your area. So yes, only one buck. And then depending on if you're in 2D or 2F or 2A or 2B or whatever that means, you can then have multiple doe tags.
Okay.
But yes, one buck. We're done. Oh, it's great. It's great.
It's great. Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for
Happy
you.
for him. Great. Get my husband back.
Yeah. It's done after rifle though, right? There's no other.
There's late season.
Oh, yeah.
Doe. Somewhere.
Yeah.
I forget where, but.
Wow. I don't remember. I don't know. What's my good thing? My something good is that my husband took our son hunting with him on the opening day of rifle. And I wasn't sure how it was going to go.
Yeah.
Because I thought he'd get bored pretty quick.
Yeah.
I did get a picture of him snoozing in the chair. But apparently Mimi had given him her heated vest.
Oh, so he was warm.
For under his orange stuff.
So he was snug.
He was toasty. And they're up in a tree stand that's got walls on it. So the wind isn't
hit him,
ripping right through. So he sat with my husband for 2 hours.
Nice.
He took a 40-minute nap, but he was out there for 2 hours. And yeah, and then he was able to like walk back to my in-laws' house and go inside, and then he got to have like a one-on-one day, which is great. And then my husband also got a deer, so he got a doe.
Yeah.
And he went, and my son helped him take it to my husband's uncle's house, and they processed it. And my son just, he's growing up, and he was able to like entertain himself. Like he was playing in the barn with the cats, and they have horses, so he was feeding the horses hay and
bebopped around
all by himself. But he had a great time.
Yeah.
And he came home, and I think he was just really jazzed that he had a whole one-on-one day with Dad hunting.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't with him the whole time.
Yeah.
And it made me really grateful that Joe in those moments really prioritizes the kids and their experience. And there's a song by Luke Combs, I guess, that
Hunting by Yourself.
I
sing it to Brandon all the time.
And
because I love it, and it's so true.
It's about the kids, right?
It's about, because it's like, because you're hunting by yourself again, because he moves too much and he talks too loud. Yes, I love it. Love that song.
Joe said he just plays that in his head as they're out there and he's talking too loud. And he said he got up in the tree stand and immediately like kicked a bucket really loud. And he was like, well, there it goes. But
yes,
I said, you're going to get plenty of deer in your life.
In your lifetime.
And like, you're never going to regret that you woke him up at 4:15 in the morning and took him out. And I hope he remembers the experience because it's really sweet, but I just feel really grateful that that's something that's important to Joe right now. And so we are, wow, this is a wrap.
It is. That's a wrap on season 1. We just wanted to say thank you for this season and thank you for everyone who has listened, who has been faithful listeners. Again, we thought we were going to have 10 listeners.
We have greatly surpassed 10.
We've greatly surpassed 10 every week. And we love hearing the stories about it. And again, ultimately, this is to give God the glory and that we are grateful for just the opportunity that the two of us get to do this and that we can just sit down and have a conversation. Jess and I say this all the time, like this is almost like therapy for us to sit down and talk about this stuff.
A reminder to live out what you say you believe.
Exactly. Exactly. And so we are just so grateful for every single one of you that listens and shares and likes and just that that we may potentially, our words might be touching somebody. And so it makes this all worth it. And exciting stuff is planning for season 2 and beyond. So check back on Jess is our Instagram, which is way better at this than I am, as we, we'll let you guys know when season 2 is dropping, and I'm sure there'll be morsels of information dropped to, keep you guys all intrigued. But just from just a very sincere part of our hearts, we are just so thankful and grateful that this has just grown into what it has. So
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, I think we're going to do more interviews.
Yes,
next season. We have a lot of interesting people that we know that have really cool stories and stuff that I think others will love to hear.
Agreed.
So if you have ideas, topics you'd like to hear us talk about or share scripture on, please let us know.
Send us along.
Yeah. And have a great Christmas. Happy New Year. And
Absolutely.
We'll see you come January. I'll close us in prayer.
Sounds great.
Lord, thank you for the time that we have been given to share with others and to further your kingdom. I pray that the people listening to this episode have found it refreshing or helpful to be a reminder of what we're really here to celebrate at this time of year. And Lord, we are so grateful to Mark and Lux Digital Church for hosting us in their studio this whole season. Thank you for just the opportunity to talk and to have this dream become reality. I pray that we are able to continue this and see it grow in a wonderful way that furthers your kingdom. And Lord, I'm so grateful for Erin, our friendship, and the things we're able to talk about with others. And I just pray if everyone has a safe and happy holiday season and a really great start to the new year. Amen.
Amen.
That's a wrap. 14 episodes.
That's crazy.